Alright, so because of all the obnoxious minigames that I have to do, in this game I kind of decided I wanted to do them all at once in a 3-day cycle, instead of having to waste everybody else's time. That way I can just jump to the victory lap of the minigames. And you may also notice that I now have a layout on the bottom right there. Effectively, that is an item checklist, so every single time we get a heart piece, I can just go ahead and tab that away. Every time we get a heart container, every time we get an upgrade to an item, I can keep a tab there. It'll be a lot easier to keep up with. Kind of wish I'd done this for the earlier part of the series, but that's alright. Now, at the time of recording this, Maddie and I have only done like 2 episodes worth of Ocarina of Time. I haven't even edited the second. Starting on about the 3rd, give or take, depending on how much extra footage I have, I will be implementing the layout. But for the time being, it will not be in the video. Just because I have to do it manually. I do not know how to do it automatically yet. Alright, so our first obnoxious minigame here is we have to beat the 3-day games, and there's 2 different types, and I don't have money. So just going to go ahead and fast forward to whenever I have money. Now, as a technicality, you could have done this minigame all the way back to before you even did the first dungeon, even during the first 3-day cycle, but as a rule, I prefer to wait on it. Especially because I don't remember if in the 3DS the Bomber's Notebook is patched, because currently mine looks incomplete, or like significantly less complete than it should be, because I did events before I got the Bomber's Notebook, and so I have to redo them. I'll have to redo Camaro and the Sisters, and possibly Guru, but I'll try to get those in this 3-day cycle. Effectively, all you're doing is jumping from rupee to rupee, and as a money-making strategy to get your money back, you could beeline for the blue one, but I don't really bother focusing on trying to get my money back. Majora's Mask, you end up with so much money anyway. And there's actually a heart piece we need to get by getting 5,000 rupees, which is a bit of a grind, but and now on the first day, they're just going to give you money. Jenkus, that's a strange name. Yeah, that's fitting. And then we need to go do the other 3-day game. And then if I have time, I may try to do the Spider House in the ocean. Because the Ocean Spider House you have to complete by the end of the first day. And I believe that means to dawn of the second day, not to night of the first day. Yeah, we have Honey and Darling Shop. And now, ordinarily what I do is I try to wait for it to be... Okay, well, not that. Ordinarily what I like to do is wait for it to get lower before I start trying to spam Bomb Chew on the target, because part of the reason it's getting off alignment is because it's reaching the ground faster than you're expecting it to. That one's gonna miss, but I can come back for that one. Man, I'm not hitting any of these. Now, hilariously, you can actually temporarily stop the clock by making it explode on Honey and Darling over here. There we go. And that one I basically just kept turning around, hucking at them, and then turning back around, because you have to wait almost that full time to line it up. This is the hardest of the Honey and Darling games, in my opinion. If you can get through this one, the rest of them should be pretty easy. Especially on 3DS. The third one is way easier on 3DS than the old school physical cartridges. Or even NSO. I hope I don't need any bean sprouts or anything, because I'm going in completely blind. It should be this house on the left. I know I'm gonna need the bomb mask or some bombs, which I did not get. It looks like we already have 2 in here. I really do need to get a Pro Controller or something, because, like a proper Pro Controller. Because this one's fine for general movement, it is not that great when you're trying to fine-tune movement on this thing. And I also want to change my hook shot to that button. There is one up there. I guess I should keep track on the actual tracker with these. So we're up to 3. Now I'm mixing up Banjo-Tooie controls. Alright, so the library, I think we do want to do this. You can climb up these things like a ladder here. Huh? Ah, Captain, sir, it's been some time since we've seen you. As we've ordered, sir, we're investigating the secrets of this place. According to the information I have obtained, it seems Red should be shot first. Have I fulfilled my duties, sir? Yes. Ah, thank you, sir. I hope this information I have provided you will be of assistance to you, sir. Now, as you ordered, sir, I will finish the last of my duties. Yes, sir. Alright, in this room, there's a lot of pictures, and they can be knocked down with arrows or by simply shooting them with your hookshot. A lot of times they have spiders underneath them. Weirdly enough, of the Skull Kids, so kind of bizarre that they're here. There's also a couple hidden behind, oh, hang on. No, I need to hear what yellow is, and I accidentally skipped right through it. Yellow should be shot last. And I think I might actually have to climb back up that. Yep. Oh yeah, there's also one back here. Grab these, pull them out. And then we need to climb back up the ladder because there's still more in here. Glad I caught that. Now we just kind of got to line it up in there. I think that's roughly... They have pretty good hitboxes, so... Now I think we need to do some of this. I can push the whole thing. And now that's generally gone quiet, so we know this room's done. But I think we did want to do that one first, because of the skeleton, or the stall children. Let's see, there's more up in the rafters. There's also some in the masks, I think, but I'm not sure. Also, the jars with no lids, they have them. There's one. I'll just guarantee you there's one down that, in that hole there. You can actually just break the pots like this as well. Yeah, it looks like we found another spider. And this is what I mean by their hitboxes are much better. You can literally hit the air above them and it still counts. Oh, there's one. I'll probably say the hitboxes are better, but then I'm like struggling here for several minutes trying to get that. I'm still missing a few in here. Can't get a further view on these. I'm trying to figure out which jars are open. Sound like they're on the lower level at least. I'll just keep moving. Oh good, this was the exact room I wanted to do last, or at least after I've done the other ones. I think I need my regular bow, not the fire bow. So blue, yellow are the last two. Blue is also the third. Yellow is second. So it's red, yellow, blue, blank, blue, yellow. Yellow is fourth, okay. Alright, so it's red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. And this gives us a piece of heart once we get past the Skulltula. Which also gives us another heart container, because we're at 28 now. Alright, so now I need to use the Goron, and you'll see there's a bunch of them in the chandelier. And now they're not. Great, gotta wait on that one. This is what I mean, that is the slightest of flicks with my controller right now. I'm still hearing them, so they've got to be in a jar or something. There we go. I didn't realize that jar was open. So I bet there's another jar. Yep, right there. Oh, there's one. 2 more and we're done. It's underneath the boat. So now we're going to exit the spider house, which I believe is this door. And then use the hook shot to get up to this. And then the Goron mask to roll up here. And you meet this guy who's looking for a shelter and is willing to give you all his money. Or at least his wallet. And with that, we can hold 500 rupees and get the all-night mask. However, I'm going to have to quickly check how to do that quest real quick. Alright, so after double checking some things on the all-night mask, we won't be able to use it to accelerate time in this 3-day cycle, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going the wrong way. I want to go back to town for a second and get the Scarecrow song. Because if we're going to be in minigame hell, we're going to go ahead and finish everything in minigame hell. Alright, so if we head over to the shop where we originally danced with the Scarecrow in the first 3-day cycle to speed up time, we can actually play him a song which his buddy will then use and appear at certain spots, which we can use to get heart pieces. Now, ordinarily, you would play an actual song, but I found that it's much faster to just do this. So for those of you who can't tell what I just did, I pressed Y and then spam the X button. So it'll automatically trigger when the X's are done. And then effectively we'll get to use the other Scarecrow as a hookshot point in a couple spots. Such as weird as it is, Snowfall. Or Snowhead. Yes, we'll definitely need the Goron, we'll need this, and I think we need this. Yeah, we need to jump this first ramp. Then we can get to the invisible platforms. And then hope we don't get hit by snowballs. Or that Keese, that would suck too. Alright, and then once we get here, you play the Scarecrow song, which for me is just Y, spam the X button. And you can hookshot to my dude. And get the heart piece. Alright, next we're going to go back to Great Bay. I'll need that for now. I don't think I need the Lens of Truth, though, so I'll probably put my Ocarina on that. And effectively, if we swim over this way, well, there's a few things we can make use of, such as fish and also another Scarecrow song spot. This pool usually has a pretty good amount of fish in it, so we can feed the fish in the laboratory. I stand corrected, we do need beans. Be right back. Actually, let's go to the lab and then drop off our fish, because then I can get some more when we come back here. Because we had to come back here for more fish anyway. Alright, so this is the fish tank we're going to feed the fish to. Oh, never mind, we had enough. Usually, I end up having to go get 5 because the other fish ends up eating 1, but whatever. Now I wish I actually had the beans to begin with, but whatever. Alright, so then once you're here, you just plant your bean, and you play the Song of Storms. And then hop onto this. Then play the Scarecrow song. And then you probably need to stand closer to this corner to get the angle on it. And then another heart piece. Alright. Now there's a lake in the bottom of that water. And I believe there's also a bit of a tide pool, so what I'm actually going to do is use an arrow to kill the lake. Then I'm going to see if I can't grab it with the hook shot. I cannot. Alright. Time to dive. Oh, there's not a tide pool or anything cool. I believe that gives us another heart container, yep. Alright, so now we just gotta beat Sakon again, which, hilariously, we'll actually be able to go back into our journal now. Since the first time we did this, it didn't get recorded. And I don't think I have to do the Sakon quest ever again. We have to do that in order to get the all-night mask from the Curiosity Shop on the last day. No, the Rosa sisters are in it, and the other two is Anju's grandmother, which we'll get by the end of this episode, and Mayor Dodor, which we're not going to be able to do until after we get the couple's mask. We can add him to the book, but we can't actually finish him, so not really a whole lot of a point to that. Alright, second day of the 3 days games for the Deku Scrub is actually the hardest. But hilariously, for Honey and Darling, it's the easiest. There we go. Only took 2 more tries. Second day, they'll give us another 50 rupees. Alright, next on our stop of 3 days games is Honey and Darling Shop. So we're playing Basket Bomb. And just like the previous one, you can basically throw bombs at Honey and Darling to stop the timer. But you probably don't need it, although actually it's more of a hindrance, because that's, Let's try this again. That one should have counted. I don't know why it didn't. And once again, we get a 50 rupee. I'm actually going to go to the Zora Cape, because we got to go back up to that waterfall area. Oh, so this Zora Boomerang minigame, it does show up in your book on the 3DS version, does not show up on the book on this one, and does not give any major rewards, so I'm skipping it entirely. Alright, so I think we can hit that tree. And then we can just hookshot up these. Follow the road here. Fortunately, I can edit out my sneeze in post, so that's nice. I love when you can see the red dot with the hook shot, but you can't actually reach the target with it. Alright, so... yeah, I think I just dive in the water and these guys start taunting me or some crap. And basically this dude is gonna be like, hey, swim through all my rings in 2 minutes. And this part isn't too bad. Like, it's mostly just kind of don't use the magic boost or anything. It seems like it's just kind of you grab them all from what I remember. I think the second one there's a dolphin jump you have to do, but I don't remember. It might just be easier to do a dolphin jump like right there. Keep in mind these rings are solid. It's not like a lot of other ring chaser games or mini games around the 64 era. They're actually solid and you can bump into them. Like that. And then get stuck because yeah, you gotta turn your happy backside around. And fortunately I only have 3 minutes left, fortunately I only have 30 seconds left and only 2 rings, so that's not good. Yeah, so we got Norman Dag here from Angry Beavers. Oh, great. Start of the ruination. Now, what's interesting is the rings always turn to face you as well, so... at least I think they do. Yeah, I think that one you had to dolphin jump, because once you get too high out of the water, it's gonna kind of drag you out of it. Alright. Now, in utter disrespect for the player, we get the bottle, right? We just did this ring race twice. But in utter disrespect for the player, you get to do a slightly harder version 2 more times, because you gotta fight the younger brother and then the older one, for a heart piece. And it's not even that much more difficult. Like, yeah, I can actually mess this one up, but it's not that much harder. Where is the person I'm supposed to talk to? Oh, there they are. Yes, now we have to do it in 1 minute and 50 seconds, which is all of 10 seconds faster than before. Which doesn't sound that bad, but the rings are in weirder places than they were before. But again, you can just do this with the basic swim. I don't even think you can... Oh no, you can use the charge. But you don't need it. If I fail these, I'm only going to show the successful runs, because I honestly don't want to keep you guys sitting through this stupid minigame. This is up there on the most tedious ones in the game. But I do not feel the need to pad for time by playing inconsistent runs or unsuccessful runs for no other reason. Now, I think if you mess up with the older brother, you just have to start with the older brother one again, but I don't remember. Also, if you'll notice, I think we have more rings this time. Played way too much Majora's Mask. I just realized I did that dolphin jump into the other ring without thinking about it. And the funny thing is, I've actually played Ocarina more. I think I've up to like 300 or 400 hours in Ocarina. Probably closer to 500 by this point. Yeah, slow and steady pace on this one. Here we go. Not even hard, just tedious. Please let it be over. Tab that new heart piece we just got, and we're done with the beaver. I think we're done with most of the heart pieces out here in Ocean Country. I meant to pause the game the normal way, not my NSO way. Alright, you've already seen me do this one on stream. Generally speaking, I'm gonna just jump to the point where I get the perfect score, and then show you that we got the heart piece. I hate this minigame with a burning passion, and you don't need to sit through me doing this 300,000 times. There we go. Oh my god. We want to go back this way. Actually, let's use the Goron because that'll speed us up. And then we want to go to that little alcove there on the right turn. And then if you come up right here, preferably as Kid Link or Deku Link, you'll find there's rupees. That, from a game design standpoint, is not a good sign. If devs put money outside a minigame like that respawn constantly, that means said minigame is effing hard and they know it. Now, I believe for this one, you actually have to get perfect. But unlike the other one, you don't lose time, so you can kind of just spam it, line them up. Oh, you also need to make sure you get the Wolfos whenever they show up. There we go. Come on, get the Gwei. And we need to make sure we get those. Why with another Wolfos? Yes, keep howling there, thank you. Okay, we're gonna get more Gwei. Yeah, you can't let any enemies get away. I think we have some more Gweis and I think another Stalfos, maybe? Or not a Stalfos, a Wolfos. I need to go for the Gwei. No, they're all getting away. Why? I missed a single Gwei. Maybe I'll still get the first one. Although I forgot to tab the heart piece from the last game. Great. Yep, we gotta do it again. Am I really gonna miss it on that? Oh my god, I think I finally got it. Holy hell, that sucks. And I have to do it twice. This is so much easier now that I have the freaking Joy-Cons instead. Come on, pop out. Come on, quit timer stalling. Of course, it's going to be right in front of the fence. Oh my god, I hate this minigame so much. And now that I no longer need the Joy-Cons, I'm going to hook up my other controller and then meet you back here. Alright, this is the second hardest of the Deku Flower minigame. So for this one, there's a mix of them that move vertical and then a mix that move horizontal. In this case, you want to start on one of the ones that's moving vertically here. And what I do is I will ride it to one of these corner ones. Drop. Hop into the middle ones. Hover and drop, and then just launch myself. Hold. Drop when it's safe. And then I'll wait for it to go all the way around for me to get to grab that coin, or at least a good chunk of it. Not coin, corner one. Grab the rupee from the corner, and I missed it. A little greedy on that one, but I'm getting mildly miffed, so I don't really care. Oh, that's not gonna work. Alright, and then just hover in place. Wait for it to come by, drop. And we're actually going to get onto the corner one there. And we're going to have to wait for it to come all the way back around. Or at least just wait for it to start moving this way, because we can fly out this way. And then there we go. And on this last day, if you've done it all 3 times, they'll give you a heart piece. And they'll also accuse you of being a professional, and they don't want you to come back. Such a youthful face, but we really were dealing with a fierce competitor. And from this point forward, they'll say, "Ah, it's Jenkins, hide!" They will not let you compete anymore. Now, Honey and Darling's third day, on the other hand, is a little bit more, honestly, about as difficult. The big thing with this is that you have to have actually completed Woodfall and gotten the bow, or at least gotten the bow. So this one you actively had to wait on. And once again, you can shoot Honey and Darling and actually stop the timer for a bit, so, and you have unlimited arrows, and no penalty if you hit the wall, so once again, you can just kind of spam the arrows here. I stand corrected, that one's easier than Basket Bomb, because I didn't fall off on that one. And now that we've gotten the perfect score 3 days in a row, we've taken their last possession, a piece of heart. They are now completely broke for the rest of the festival. And since it's the final day, there's another piece of heart we can get from the dog track in the Romani Ranch that we completely forgot to get last time. Or, I'm sorry, the Milk Road. Oh no, that is Romani Ranch. I actually got it right this time. I think I've been calling it Lon Lon Ranch like the entire stream. One of the joys of having characters with the exact same player models, but different names. Alright, so for this minigame, what you have to do is gamble on these dogs in the racetrack. You use the Mask of Truth to pick out your dog, to figure out what their thoughts are. And you need to bet at least 50 rupees, I believe, like the maximum bet. And so when you lift the dog up, it'll say something like, oh yeah, I feel unstoppable, I don't think I'll lose. So that's a pretty good one. I'll keep that over there. But then you'll see have some that I can't predict the future, so I don't know how I'll do. You just want to pick one that's confident sounding and run with that, because it really is just kind of RNGBS. I think you need to do at least 50. Because 50 maxes out the prize at 150 rupees, although the first time you'll get a heart piece instead. Now let's go with this one. I was about to say, if I lose that, I'm gonna be so mad. Because bro was holding it the whole time. Oh, she gives you a bonus prize on top of the 150 rupees. Okay. I did not want to play again, actually. Alright, so I have been hunting Dodongos for a while here. It's almost night of the final day. I've just put the song... I just put time back in order, and now we're heading over to the Curiosity Shop. Once it hits 10 p.m., I'll be able to get the all-night mask, and I believe it'll be time to reset. And also just to kind of give you a rupee update of where I am on the 5,000 rupee heart piece. We're up to 2,400, so we're a little under halfway. I do have some other, like, we're going to be doing another 3-day cycle here, because I'm going to do the all-night mask stuff. But, yeah. Yeah, so what's really funny is when he says it looks kind of freaky, it looks freaky in a completely different way. Also, what's very funny about the mask is that Link does not need to sleep throughout the 72-hour period. So it doesn't necessarily make sense. Like, the only reason you get this mask is for the Anju's grandmother quest. Well, I guess you also need it to get the Fierce Deity mask as well, but... Alright, so I'm going to deposit my rupees and then reset time. Alright, so now that we're back in the first day, we're going to go back to the Stockpot Inn, although we might have to break in because it doesn't open yet. And then we're going to head down to Anju's grandmother, which should be this first room in the hallway. Put on the all-night mask, and we can actually stay up through her story. Also, she thinks I'm Tortoise. We'll start with the Carnival of Time, because that only passes 2 hours, and the 4 Giants is going to take literally until morning. So if we do this one first, we only lose 1 day instead of 1 day and 2 hours. And basically, she's going to read this whole story. You can read it for lore purposes. For ages, people have worn masks resembling the giants, who are the gods of the 4 worlds. Now it has become a custom for each person to bring a handmade mask to the Carnival of Time. It is said that if a couple united on this day of the festival and dedicated a mask as a sign of their union, it would bring luck. The centerpiece of the carnival is the clock tower, and on the eve of all the festivities, the door to its roof are open. From atop the clock tower roof, a ceremony to call the gods is held, and an ancient song is sung. All these festivities for the carnival of time are held so that we may ask the gods for a rich harvest in the year to come. So to answer all these questions, you literally just need to spam A, because it should be all top answers. So when does the clock tower open? On the eve of the festival. And actually it doesn't matter, because she only asks you one question. Alright, and then we do the second one, which is the 4 giants. Now then, there was one who was shocked and saddened by all this, a little imp. The imp was a friend of the giants before they had created the 4 worlds. Why must you leave? Why do you not stay? The childhood friend felt neglected, so he spread his anger across the 4 worlds. Repeatedly, he wronged all people. Overwhelmed with misfortune, the people sang the song of prayer to the giants who lived in each of the 4 compass directions. The giants heard their cry and responded with a roar, O imp, we are protectors of the people. You have caused the people pain, O imp. Leave these 4 worlds, otherwise we shall tear you apart. The imp was frightened and sad, and he lost his old friends. The imp returned to the heavens, and harmony was restored to the 4 worlds. And the people rejoiced, and they worshipped the giants and the 4 worlds like gods. And they lived happily ever after. Before I continue with this quest, that is actually the events before Ocarina of Time. And Skull Kid basically getting banished from Termina. Going to the heavens, because remember, we fell into Termina. He actually went to the world above. Started causing some mischief there. And then once he got the Majora's Mask from the Mask Shopkeeper, he came back to keep causing more chaos. Alright, what did the people do to call the giants? Do not say they sang a song. You know that because you've been through like the whole like Oath to Order sequence, like the giants tell you. What you're actually supposed to say is I don't know, because that's what she believes, and what the book told us is like the book did not tell us that they sang a song to summon them. Alright, and then with those 2, we have 2 more heart pieces. And I'm probably going to like finish out the rest of this 3-day cycle and keep hunting Dodongos for a couple days. Because you can only do it during the day, so I might be able to get another couple thousand into my bank. I'll probably stop just before getting 5,000 so I can do that one on stream. Alright, so I actually lied. I'm going to go ahead and get that 5,000 rupee heart piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the Takuri. I've been farming rupees. I only have like 100 left. But I wanted to show this off because this is something that I rarely do. Usually only if I'm like absolutely trying to use the entire 3-day cycle. Ordinarily I would just hunt Dodongos during the day. I hide between this tree and this wall so that the bubbles don't get to me. Those skeletons with the blue flames over there. Because they will jinx me and make me unable to swing my sword. Which isn't that bad. The real threat I have to deal with the jinxes is them knocking me out of my scope, and if they do that while the Takuri is close, then I might actually get snatched. Or rather, my sword and my bottles will, because the Takuri can do that, and then you have to go buy them back from the Curiosity Shop, which is just a giant inconvenience. You'll also notice that I don't run out and grab the little rupees. Generally, I don't find it worth it, considering the level of risk. You'll also notice I've burned through almost 50 rupees killing it. Or not 50 rupees. You'll also notice I've almost burned through 50 arrows killing it. But once you kill it, you can grab that, and you got 200 rupees from it. And that will actually respawn. It's not a once per 3-day cycle enemy. So if you go into the Milk Road and then come back out, it'll be right back there. Alright, and then I'm going to enter town on the west side, deposit my rupees, get the heart piece, and then call the episode here. And then next time I'll actually be live whenever I do the next episode of Majora's Mask. I just wanted to get rid of all these idiotic minigame things. But I don't have internet right now, so that's not really an option for me. Alright. That's all for this one. Happy haunting.